Thanks everybody for joining this call, and if you watch the replay, welcome. The last couple of days I visited my son, and he studies in another state, and I learned finally something where I was struggling with. And along the way, today, I'm sharing what I learned. So, welcome, my name is Jack, and as you know by now, I serve many clients by myself, and I'm an internet marketer since 2009 and 53 years old. So, let's cut the meat right away. Do you want success? Enter yes or no. And everybody tells you focus, correct? That's what they tell you. You need to have focus to become successful. Correct? That's what people tell you. I did too, okay? So, and they say you need to put up goals. Correct? To become successful. Do you know what's wrong with this? Do you know what is wrong? What you need to have focus and you need to have goals? What do you think what is wrong with it? What do you think what is wrong with you need to have focus and you need to have goals? Do you know what it is? It is the word need. The word need makes it not correct. Focus is good, goals is good, but you need to have focus and you need to have goals. That means it's not you, correct? You get forced to have focus and you get forced to have goals. Do you guys feel this? Do you guys get what I see? That word need. So, but really, what will result in success? What do you think? What do you think? What will result in success? Not stopping. Action. Okay. Commitment. So let me share. Or Arlene, you are so good. You are so good. I'm not going to tell you yet, but you are so to the point. And I learned it. I learned this on my trip. So, I don't know if you guys can see this. I hope I'm able to share this. So my son lives in a dorm, okay, at a special school, and that school is in the middle of a forest kind of thing. It's ideal, you know. This building here, you guys see this building? That is my son's where he plays half of the time. You see this? That is where it's kind of a vacation art. Okay, this morning I took this picture this morning when I left. It's called Interlochen Arts Camp. It's so beautiful. I forgot to take pictures during the day. Okay, and here Stefan teacher, and this is Stefan. Okay, so it's a dream, and I learned something. I really learned something. Something that I didn't understand when I was a manager. When I was a manager, I said, I was thinking my employees need focus, correct? My team need goals, okay? But really, do you know what really brings you success? And that changed everything. Desire, correct? Desire. If you have a desire to have success, everything else makes it easy. Then you are focused. You are walking towards a, a goal because you want to achieve what you desire. What you desire will happen. I have to admit, I learned this from a teacher from Stefan. Okay, so I joined the class and um, he used that during the explanation to play the instrument better. And he said, what you desire will happen. Wow, I was so blown away. It stuck in my head and I will never forget this. Now I understand focus. Now I understand goals because I run it from my inside. So if you want to be successful, you need to have a desire, correct? And the desire will result in focus and goals because you are driven by yourself. Nobody else is telling what you need to do because it is your desire. It's not somebody, a manager tells you what to do. It's not what Jack tells you to do. Now you have that desire. Does that make sense? So I kind of think you want to watch in a mirror and, and be honest to you, do you really have a desire to become successful? Because if you have a strong desire, you are much likely to succeed. You don't feel it as work. You don't feel it as an obstacle. You just want to you have a desire to make it happen. Okay? So Arlene had this right, so she really got it. And later on Raymond. So congratulations. It took me 53 years to get this. I wish I knew it when I was a manager because you have to work as manager on a desire. You have to work from inside. Okay? If it is inside you, if it is inside you that has a desire, you're much likely to succeed. Okay? So And desire results in goals and focus. Okay? Because you have the desire. It's itching on you. You want it really badly. Do you know what? If you really want something really badly, you are much likely to succeed. It flows. Okay, so that was my introduction. That is what I learned the last 4 days. I left actually on Thursday morning, Thursday morning, and I came back today. So, but I'm really happy that I discovered this. And I also thank the teacher for teaching me that. So, today, I want to share something else. I have something else too. And this one may for you typical, but it touched my heart kind of thing. So, do you guys see this? This text file, I copy and paste part of the email. So I have been in hospital with a mini stroke, and I met a gentleman who has a window treatment business. And then he asked me, what would you charge to make this? But this is a sentence I want to go over with you. I have been a member of yours for a long time, and I'm rusty with the new drag and drop. Are you feeling the same? You kind of see me doing things easily, but you haven't been a master yet in a drag and drop. So I kind of want to change that today. I do strongly believe that the drag and drop is so easy to use once you understand the concept. So I kind of want to go over the concept, how to use a drag and drop, because if you know the concept, it's like a puzzle. Everything falls together. Okay, so that is part of the training today, and after that I'm here to answer questions. So I'm logged in Local Team Jack. It doesn't matter which site it is. I don't know, it's a lead gen site or so. So this is a drag and drop team, and we can go to pages, and then let's, I don't know, landing page, front page. Okay, it doesn't matter what it is. So it is like how do you say that? A modular system, correct? It's kind of each place of the website has those, they call that section. This is a section, this is the top part, and this is another section. And within the section, you can have modules. So this is kind of fake, correct? I can explain that, but maybe you even don't understand it. So if you do preview page, can you see this? Can you still see this? Do you see my okay, good. You see now it becomes already easy. You see this dot 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 dot. That is a section. You see that dot 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 dot. That's another section. Dot 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 dot. That's another section. And within that section, you have modules. You see here it becomes really clear. There is a module, there is a module, and those two modules are in a row. So you have a section what includes all the modules or rows. Then within that section you have rows, row, you see that? And in a row, I can have modules. And in that module, I can put almost anything but I want. So let's say I want to change that video. I click on this pencil and I go straight to the video module. Now I can edit, let's say, the video row. Okay, so that's one way to edit those. But here again, this yellow is a section, and here as an image and then the video. So if I click on that video module, I go to the same module. Correct? So the first question is, do you understand the concept section, row, module? Those are the three kind of main elements. Section is this. The red is the row. And within a row, I can have multiple modules. Do you understand this? Section contains multiple rows. A row can have multiple modules. Correct? So if I add a new row here, now it asks, how many columns do you want? So that's the first question. Do you want 2 columns or 3 columns or 4 columns? Okay, so let's say I want 3 columns. Now I have within that module, within that column, I can add modules. So now let's say I want headlines. Okay, then I said column number 1. Okay, and I save this. Now I add the module, and then I do again headline. Where are you? Headline, and I do column number 2. Okay, once you get that concept, everything is easy. And I do again in headline, column number 3, column number 3, save. Okay, now I add a row and I added 3 headlines. Okay, I'm going to save this and refresh. And voila, you guys see this? Column number 1, column number 2, column number 3. You guys see this? It's a block, a module within a row. Now, I did kind of easy to add a module, but this is the beauty of it. Okay? When I click on add modules, you have so many choices to show your content. You have an accordion. You can integrate it with your autoresponder. An appointment module. You can block. Blurb comes with a headline, text, and an image and a button, or a simple button module. You can show the big menu, you know, those big buttons. You can show categories, contact form, if you want to send, they fill out the form and it gets sent to your email. Consultation banner, footer links, form wizard, gallery, headlines, image, landing forms, logo, map, mobile call button, price table, recent post, review, script, sidebar, sitemap, social links, slider, tagline. You guys see this? You have everything, almost everything which you can wish for. Correct? So now you are building the website. Okay? Now you're building the website. And To be honest, if you don't know exactly, so let me load a page. Let me load a new niche website, and let upload accountant. Okay, import theme. If you want to keep, no, I don't want to keep. I want to override. Okay, now I'm loading the accountant. I refresh this, so the new theme is showing now. Okay, now you probably say, hey Jack, how is this page built, correct? I want to, maybe instead of 3, I want to show 6 modules. So you go to pages and the front page, and then voila, you guys see this? You guys recognize it? This is section, this is a row, and those are the modules. Nice, correct? Because if I do preview page, I hope you guys see this now. Here is a section, is the row, and here you have those modules. And within a module, I can go directly from the preview, let accounting, new. So you guys see this. I save this, refresh, and if all happens, well, you see new, correct? Now, edit is much easier than create. So you see his accountant, and I can clone this complete row. You guys see this? I clone this, and now I have the same row beneath it. So if I save this and refresh, I should see an extra row with the modules. Wow! And now I can either change it to my like, okay, or change things around, whatever you want, correct? See this, drag and drop. And let's say I want here not accounted, I want here invoicing. Okay, and you can change the text, you can upload another image, you can change it to your like. You don't need to have much knowledge anymore. You see this, invoicing. You see how easy this is? You really, if you understand the concept of section, row, and module, that's the only thing what you need to know, kind of thing. Okay, there are some settings on the left hand side which makes it really easy, let's say, to change the contact information, correct? Or to change the content in the header section. So here's the header. If you click on it, you can change, let's say I want to show 2 logos. Okay, not too funny. Okay, and save this. Now I have changed the header, and instead of 1 logo, it should show now 2 logos. So it's you see this, how easy it is to change that. Or if you don't want, you say I want only 1 image on the back. You see this? I only want 1 image on the back. You can do that on several ways. You can do this as if you go to edit, let me show you. I don't think I have the logo is big enough. Let's say I add the new row, I add the column, and I want only 1 big image. Okay, so I go to image and I upload an image. I have no idea what what's available. Let's hope I see a bigger image. Tax breaks. Okay, I don't know how big that is. Okay, now I save this. Okay, then I don't want to show the callouts button anymore, so I delete this. Okay, then let's save this new header. So save settings, and when I refresh this, I see now one big image on the top. You guys see this? See, you can do what you want, almost. Okay, you have now one big image. You can. This is just an example. Okay, now that is the new header. And same for the footer. You can edit your footer. And we have them defined as a fixed section. Because if you see this, how the footer looks like, config. So if you go back to pages and home page, for example, but it's on any page, you see those black, you see this, those black, normally a section is kind of orange, correct? But here the fixed section which are shown on every page are black. That is called fixed section. Okay? So we make them different. They show up on every page if you don't delete them. The content shows on every page. Because if I go to another page, okay, you will see the same header and footer. But you don't need, you can delete it. You guys get it? Can you delete a fixed section from just one page? Yes, you can. So that is kind of different editing from the theme as you kind of used to, correct? Then you have a page and you have text and you have HTML code. That is all now shaped, I would say, in modules. And modules are part of a row and rows are part of section. Get it? So within that module you show a certain information on a certain way. You can show a video, you can show text, you can show top menu, you can show anything within that module. Everybody get this concept? Module, row, section. Now there are certain modules which you want to use over and over again. You guys get that? Some information like a form or text or an image you want to use over and over and over again, correct? Now, we found a solution for that. So if you go to home page, okay, and let's say I want to use this accounting module on several places on the website. Now there's a save button. You see that? Save, accounting, and I can give it the name, accounting. Now this module information, you can save it locally in your website. So if I now go to another place, other page, I have no idea what I'm going to do now, but open a page, and you see here the content. So if I add the module and I'm going to look after my own modules which I saved. So now I can select accounting, and now that module what was defined on the home page, I can use it on any other place. Okay? So you can save certain module content so you don't need to do double work. You see this? Here, this is now shown a little bit awkward because it has a wider column, but it is now shown on the home page. Okay. Now, there's something more. Let's say I like this page, the structure, the image, I like this. And I want to use kind of the same on other pages, correct? So you can create a new page. Let's say business validation copy. Okay, so I add a new page, business validation clone. Okay, let's do it so. Okay, business validation clone. Okay, now I said to WordPress I want to use Jack Page Builder, and I start with an existing page, so business validation, and it asks me, do you really want to override everything? And I publish this. Now I have the same page content on another page. So if I add this new page to the menu, business validation clone, and I add this to the as a sub menu to business validation clone, save menu, I refresh, then business validation clone is exactly the same content. So now what I need to do is only change the modules what I was planning to do for the new page. So I still have I do have all the setup. I just need to change certain elements for the new page. Everybody get the concept how to clone a page? Add new and load. Okay. Now there is one thing more. Are you guys ready to learn more and more? So there's one thing more. Let's say I really like my page and I want to use it on other domains, not inside this domain, but on another domain, correct? So I have, let's say I have plumber websites and I have a nice page on one domain, and then I want to use a certain page also on other domains. So then you go to that page what you want to use and you click on export page. You click on export page, and now if you see page is exported successfully. Everybody see this message? Page is exported successfully. Okay? Now I should log in another website, but believe me, it's getting stored to the central server, and then when you go to the other page you will see business validation clone. So you are able to select that page, and then it asks again, click on OK to override the current page. Okay, So you open a blank page and then you import the page on a new domain name. You guys get it? How simple it is? It is meant that you almost do not need to have any WordPress knowledge. If you understand the concept of section, row, and modules, that's all what it needs. And did it take you 5 minutes to understand that concept? So the import page will work on all your domains. Yes, it gets saved with your license email address. And if you use the same license email, the server knows, hey, those are your saved pages. So you can use them on any other domain. Okay? Now there is some good news. There is some good news. The good news is that we have Karen. And Karen created dozens and dozens tutorials. Guys, see this? Every module has a tutorial, and a lot of general things are covered. So you just go, if you want to learn something, you go to those short tutorials. They don't take an hour. They take a couple of minutes. Okay? So if you go to module 12 headlines, all the settings what are headlines is discovered in a 3-minute video. So I highly encourage you to watch those tutorials as needed. You know, every module is covered here. Okay? So let me ask the question again. Do you feel not comfortable to use the drag and drop theme? Do you want to invest a couple of minutes to understand the concept of section, rows, and modules? Correct? So almost weekly we add new tutorials and features. So it has a lot to offer. If I'm going to discuss each feature, you probably get dizzy. Okay? It has a lot to offer. It really has. It's very optimized for local marketing. Almost any feature that makes sense is implemented. You have pricing table which shows you know, maybe your service costs, very advanced. It has a mobile wizard which shows which you can use to show if a website is mobile friendly. It has very high advanced analytics. Okay, you want to show this instruction video. If you have a client side, you definitely want to show up. You know what's going on your website. You have style wizard where you can choose your preferred color. They are kind of pre-shown with the most important colors, correct? You have XML sitemap. Wow, I never discussed that really good, but you see this, the sitemap. You guys see this sitemap? It's pre-populated for you. You know, you don't need to do any styling for it. It does it by itself. If you change, you see this here. This is a good example. Business validations, you see now two page because I just added that clone. It did it by itself. Okay. Okay. Then example special release notes, next website license. If you go to Team Jack, you have kind of SEO things, white label. You can white label the team. Top menu sidebar, you can define which sidebar you want. You can define the sidebar and you can show them. You see that sidebar number 1, blog sidebar, business validated sidebar. So if you go to pages, let me show you. It's a little bit different than you see here the sidebar. So this is the module of the sidebar. So now I can select the sidebar I want to use. Correct? And you define the content in the general settings. Okay, then post, footer, integration. There are many integration. Google API, Google Recap Catcher, Aweber, GetResponse, Mailchimp, iContact, Infusionsoft, Constant Contact, ActiveCampaign. There are so many integration what makes it a high advanced website. SEO white label, you already covered that. So maps, if maps, if you do show a map, is a module for that. So, and Aline said we don't need to feel overwhelmed. Correct, because the whole idea is you select the niche you want and just make small change to it and you are done. You don't need to build the website from A to Z. 99 I would not say, but 90% is done. You just add your contact information, maybe another logo, maybe another style wizard, and that website is nicer than 90% out there. Okay, that was my content for tonight. So we have a couple of minutes to discuss some free ask questions. So what size image do we need to replace your image on the main page? So Raymond, this is a question what I really get often. If you want to replace a certain image with exactly the same size, okay, you right click on image and you save that image and you know what the image size is. But the team is very flexible. It can handle almost any size image. So it is not that it only works with a certain image size. It can work with several image sizes. But if you want to replace the same thing, you just download the image what you want to replace, you know the size, and you upload another image with the same size. Does that make sense? So be a little bit creative. Any other question? So, can I give you one homework? Okay, let me ask me one more question. The teams are responsive? Yes, of course. Yes, they are fully responsive. Where do we see the image size? Okay, so you go to the home page, right click on it, you save that image, save image as. You download that image to your local computer, and if you go if you hover over that image on your local computer, it will show the image size, or you open that image and you know the image size. But we kind of by purpose don't show the used image size because all the modules can handle any size. So you're not limited to what is shown in the website. It's very flexible. Okay, let's round this up. Are you willing to take one homework task for next week? Maybe for tonight. Let's do it today. Okay, can I get more responses? So, write down what your desire is. What your desire is that represents to become successful. What would you achieve? What do you really want to achieve? Does that make sense? I think if you write it down, everything else will follow. You can even hang it above your computer because that is your desire, correct? And everything else what you need to do to achieve that desire is kind of flows naturally. Does that make sense? And if you really want to have a commitment, put your desire in the Facebook group. Then you have social commitment. So the desire can be, I want one client per week. This is an example. Or I want to earn $1,000 per week. Okay? Patrick said, build a residual income equal or greater than my current income. Good. Specify the dollar sign, okay? Be specific. Don't be shy. You don't need to share it with me, but I don't know your current income, but in general terms, if you have that desire, that shouldn't be too difficult. Okay? But it comes from a desire, correct? It doesn't come because it is a goal by itself or because then those are needs. Okay, Raymond's goal is to make $200,000 in 2017. Okay, so set a goal, something by December, and then set a goal for next year. So I kind of have a desire to double my income every year. So maybe you want to specify something what you want to have achieved by December and then what you want to achieve next year. Does that make sense? So I really appreciate you guys' time. Thanks for your feedback and questions, and I hope that you see also the light to work inside from the desire. Okay, thank you so much and see you next week, same time, Tuesday, 8 p.m. EST. Thank you so much.